I need you to be brave. A man will come and take you away.
Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is Attack of the Saints, this is the Cornfield. This is one of the coolest missions on the game. It really is. It is really cool. But unfortunately, it's quite difficult just through the sheer nature of how the disguises work, how this game works, and how the corn works. The cover in the corn is useful at times and useless at times. It seems to be quite random whether or not you get fucked or you fuck back, and I'm not a big fan of that. One thing I do like is this is clearly an homage to Jeepers Creepers 2, and I was extremely pleased, you know, with something like that in the game, because IO seems to put a lot of references to things, and I personally found the creature design in Jeepers Creepers to be fantastic. And I don't mean his face or his teeth or any of that bullshit. I just mean the rain slicker, like the Inverness coat and the hat and everything, like the duster that he used to wear, because I'm a big fan of that kind of vision. And we get to play Scarecrow on this when you're using the Scarecrow disguise, which is really cool. And once again, the checkpoint in this level is completely fucking pointless, because you can set up a whole bunch of stuff, hit that checkpoint, and it's all reset, as are all the patterns. So the first thing I do is I hit the checkpoint so that I don't have to do this first part of the video again, and then I move on and kill the people from there onwards. So when you play this mission, you can kill them in a variety of different ways. This first girl is easiest to kill by electrocuting her with this setup. Just be careful. The patterns in this field can sometimes feel random, but there is a set one, and every time you respawn from that checkpoint, the set pattern will begin again, so you just want to bear that in mind. I got really lucky then that guy over there is a dozy bastard. But what we're waiting for is we're waiting for that guy to get behind the digger, and that means that we can now plug in this power cord. If you listen closely when you're playing, you can actually hear the woman walking in that room because her footfalls make a distinct sound. As soon as she stops moving, hit that, and you will kill her. I do not bother hiding the bodies, because every time I tried to do it, somebody found out that what I was doing, and we got into a spot of bother. And a lot of the times on this game, especially when I was recording, if somebody kept on spotting me, one person in particular, I would take out my fury with both my guns in his face until every single piece of ammunition was spent. You don't get to see those moments though, which is a shame, because some of them are really funny, as I take it out on some old lady. But once you've done that, I sneak directly into this field. Be careful in these fields, because if you go the same way that one of these dudes is patrolling, they will... But for the most, these first two marks are pretty simple, because this lady's going to walk away from the group, and then you can just hit her with the fibre wire. I drag her body over towards the fence to try and hide it for a while. I'm not too sure if this is a successful method of hiding it, but it seemed to work on this playthrough. This is where it gets difficult for me, because I do not have a good strategy of getting this black woman. I do know that you can drop the sandbags on her and make it count like an accident, but I wanted to hit her with the fibre wire because, you know, I'd done one with fibre wire, one with an accident. I wanted to try and get the second one with the wire. And if you're not looking for good ranks, you could probably just shoot her in the face, because one weird thing about this mission is as soon as you kill all the marks, all you have to do is go to the middle of that evidence area and pick up the phone. As soon as you touch the phone, the level's over, so you can just use all your instinct and blend if you have a costume like I do. That's the reason I subdue that guy, just to get the disguise. And the Scarecrow uniform would definitely help me, but I feel that this allows me to play a little more carelessly. So just in case I get caught or I get myself into some bother, I can blend and hopefully overcome. But when I'm looking here, I'm making sure no one's looking so I can cross towards that cornfield. That dude on the right, I don't know why he spotted me so late, but in the previous attempts at this level, he was much keener to see me. I'm not too sure why he was slow that time. He must have been looking away. But the strategy when I come over here is quite simple. I pick up the dog bone and I throw the bone so that I can kill the woman in the corn and just kind of leave her be. But my first attempt at doing it gets ruined by a random patrolling guy, and this is the first time I've ever seen this dude do this patrol. And it was one of those moments where the game was just blatantly fucking me, and it really annoyed me. So this takes much longer than it should, and I have to deal with this guy. So I should have dealt with him now. I should have just gone behind him, subdued him, dumped him in the corn. But I think he's going to leave and he's going to give me the opportunity to deal with the target, and he kind of doesn't, and he complicates this so much more than it needs to be. And I am going to get a much cleaner version of this level, because I'm probably going to attempt it on Purist and try and get, you know, all the challenges and Silent Assassin and a super good rank, but don't be expecting stuff like that too soon, because I need to get a lot better at this game and I need to know these levels much better. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do that, if anyone's curious. I'm going to be playing on normal or easy, so that all the hints and all the tips are showing up, so I can see where everything is. I can find out where all the distractions are, where all the setup kills and accidents and interesting nuances. And once I learn them all, I can then apply them when I don't have those hints and tips. Because one thing that absolutely sucked about learning this game from scratch on hard was literally you don't have any tips at your disposal. You don't know where anything is, nothing is pointed out, and it's pretty brutal. But at the same time, it kind of made the game suffer, and that's why I wouldn't recommend anybody to do it, even though lots of people will, because I did, and I'm stubborn, and it sucked. But I can appreciate that a little bit more now. So there's the bone. You'll notice the woman heard it. Oh no, she didn't, sorry. I cocked that up. I cocked the throw up. She didn't hear it. Also be careful, if you go to garrot her and it doesn't say, you know, X to garrot, there's no quick time event, she will counter you and you'll fail. So just bear that in mind. So there's me shooting to try and get her attention, but you'll notice our buddy's back. If you're watching the map, you'll be able to see him because he's looking at me now. And I'm just thinking, this is bullshit, this. And I'm in a real bad spot here. Really bad spot. Just kind of like, oh god, don't fail, don't fail. And it's tragic because the last two parts of this video have been so clean, and then this one comes along and there's this song and dance of nonsense. But I think it's good, because at the same point, for the people that think I just do these runs as if they're nothing, this video comes along and shows you that I do get the bullshit as well. I get plenty of bullshit, believe me. And this is probably the longest video so far, aside from maybe one other. A lot of people asking for stuff as well recently. I'm super busy at this moment, and I'm about to go to see my girlfriend for a few days where I can't do anything. So I'm going to get this guide up, and it's literally going to be this until I get back. But I do have Warfighter, I do have Devil May Cry demo that I'm covering, because a lot of people are interested in that. There's a lot of differences in this demo I've noticed as well. There's things that weren't in the version I played. Lots of things, and when you play on the harder difficulties, there's different enemies too, which is great. And I'm looking forward to beating Nephilim, because I got to the end of it the other night, but I had to turn it off because it was late. And once I've unlocked Son of Sparda, that's the one I'm going to be recording on, so that you can see the most challenging level on the demo. And hopefully I'll be able to teach people some things in preparation for the game. But that is me finally dealing with the pain in my ass, which was that guy. I hide him in the shitter, because that's how I roll, and then I come over here and pick the dog bone back up. And you know, if I wanted to be really cheeky, I could have just edited this, so where I was stood in the cornfield with the dog bone, to the first time I did it where I fucked up the throw, and you would have never noticed that any of this even happened. But I wanted to keep it in just to show people that things do go wrong and you need to adjust to them, you need to adapt. And sometimes it can be a nightmare, sometimes it's impossible, sometimes it's just sloppy like what you've just seen. And like, no doubt there is 1,000,001 better ways of killing this woman, and I am going to find them. But my game crashed when I started recording this guide, and it deleted my save, so all my challenges are gone, which is a shame. But there goes the bone throw, there goes the fibre wire. You'll notice there's another yellow guy, and I think he even says, go find out what that is. It's like, yo dog, you're the lackey here, she's the target, she should be telling you what to do. But I'm not complaining, because now she's dead, and I'm going to dump her in a bin. But there you go. 3 of them silently taken down, never spotted. And there's your Silent Assassin ranking. Now that you've done this, all we need to do is utilise the instinct that we've built up and sneak our way into the middle of those vans. There is a tarp on the floor with a phone on it. I believe you can do this without instinct if you're clever enough and you use the vans and things and the chest-high walls for cover. There you go. There's the phone. There's the game fucking me a little bit. I'm like, come on, let me pick the damn phone up. There it is. And there's the end of the level, folks. And the only thing left now is to show you the statistics screen of everything that went down. So thanks for watching, I hope the guide is helping, and you take care now.